I'll say it right off the bat. The Tears of the Kingdom house did a lot of great things in terms of improving customization and functionality from Breath of the Wild. Honestly, I really like it. But as many people were quick to point out, it's not a perfect system.
Just wish it could have windows and easier door placements. I personally preferred the Tenno house because this felt pretty sterile to me.
15 pieces is not a lot, but I'm making the most of it, lol.
I agree, but
like 15 unit limit is very limited.
You guys, hey.
The funniest bit in this video is that he likes the house system.
I get it. Listen, I'm right here with you. There's definitely some improvements to be made with DLC or updates or both. In the meantime, let me take it upon myself to compile for you, through extensive research, and because no one else will, 5 tips in order from worst to best for improving your house building in Tears of the Kingdom. Starting with you rat scoundrel lemming, following me around, getting into my shots. I just wish there was some way to hurt you, to destroy you, and send you back to the booth where you belong, instead of always following me around, just so annoying. You make me so angry I could just... Wait a minute. It was that easy the whole time? Yeah, guys, one of the big annoyances and complaints everyone has with this house building process. This creep Granteson, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but I'm sticking with it. Stalking all up in your steez. You can just drop a freaking room on his head. Shuts him right down. So, boom bang pow. That's one of your main gripes addressed right there. Now, this next thing doesn't address one of the big issues directly, but it builds on the house functionality, which kind of touches on one of them. It's a little thing called fusion. Not sure if you've heard of it, but it's a craze that's sweeping across the nation, or kingdom. With this neat little trick, you can turn storage for 3 weapons into storage for 6 weapons. That's double. That's double, Mr. Floor Crab. The units that would normally go towards extra display rooms can now be used for anything else. And now I know what you're thinking, my adorable carpet crustacean. Why isn't this ranked higher in the tips and tricks list? Well, you can lose some aesthetics when fusing cool weapons together, and you can't really fuse bows. So, all in all, it feels like a pretty weak fix to me, unless you're in that niche just itching for extra storage. What's that? Oh, that's not what you were thinking. Oh, the ruining weapons thing. Well, yes, normally fusion puts you in jeopardy of losing one of the 2 weapons you connect together when you go to take them back apart. However, with Terrytown so close by, it's an easy jog over to the magic separator to get both items back. No harm, no foul. But that's a lot to take in. So many moving parts. Can we focus on something simple, like how the place looks? Sure. But I gotta warn you, the boxy design and lack of sidings or paint to add leaves very little room for improving aesthetics. What you can do, if you don't mind throwing away a couple units for the sake of a good appearance, is slapping some stairs on top of your house. Alright, now I know that sounds weird, but the slanty wood lends itself nicely to a design resembling a quaint little house with an actually interesting roof. It's a trade-off, but it's the best I can give you in terms of aesthetic improvement. Well, that is apart from whatever cool designs come from this next tip. For this one, we get a little artsy. Learning to appreciate the positive and negative space in houses. The positive space is obviously the rooms, which you can appreciate by being strategic with their placements. Build a circular room with triangles. Build in strange directions to give the place character. There's even a cool bedroom setup that I've been seeing a lot that really helps utilize that awkwardly pesky square office that only takes up half an opening. But most of all, make sure you're paying attention to the negative spaces as well. Huh? Negative? What? Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. This could be expanding the roominess of your house by leaving an area blank rather than having a designated hallway there, or even letting your house open up to the outdoors. If the outdoorsy idea is kind of strange for you, then throw a garden or a pool in there. Your floor crabs? Well, thank you. And if all of that is still not enough to make your housing situation even a little bit better, well then I guess it's time to bust out the big guns. By far, the coolest idea I've seen when it comes to house building, which also addresses the biggest issue unit limits, the Ascend ability. That's right, the most oops, I forgot I could do that ability in the game has its reach extended into construction, because using Ascend to get to different floors and rooms in your house is a lifesaver in terms of unit count. You've been trying to tell me about the floors this whole time, haven't you, little guy? It's fun and easy to pop up rather than into your house whenever you stop by, and it saves you from needing all those unnecessary rooms. Even in your real life, whose house has ever needed doors and stairs? I mean, come on. This skyscraper is a perfect example of how this can fit fix the house building mechanic for a majority of people. It's not the same generic square that everybody else has, while also leaving space to include all the types of rooms you want. Ultimately, I recognize that it can limit flow in your house, which is actually true for a lot of these. But in the end, these are all little imperfect solutions to an already imperfect feature in the game. In one way or another, these construction hacks will help you avoid the 3 major issues people have had with this feature up until now. Some people may take all of these tips, others may take none. But either way, I hope this helped you think creatively about your house and have a little easier time having fun while designing. I'll make a motion to end there. All those in favor, hit subscribe. But all those opposed, click through to watch more Zelda content. Thanks so much for watching. And for those of you sticking around, I'll let you in on a little secret. Another, much bigger Tears of the Kingdom video is on its way. Hopefully, shortly. See you then.